Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're tackling machine learning. It's huge. It's set to hit $117 billion by 2024, but it can feel like a black box, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So we're going to unpack it and make it make sense.
Yeah.
We've got some awesome sources for this one. AI expert Shailendra Kumar. His blog post is super insightful.
I really like that one.
Yeah, and his Medium article gets really personal about his own machine learning journey. Plus, he's got this fun YouTube video, 7 Secret Machine Learning Algorithms Running Your Life.
Oh, yeah, that one's catchy.
Right. So let's start there. Those algorithms, they can seem kind of mysterious.
Yeah, for sure.
But Shailendra breaks it down. In the video, he actually says these algorithms are shaping our world in mind-blowing ways, from suggesting what you should watch next on Netflix to helping doctors diagnose diseases earlier.
I mean, that's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Right. So even if we don't totally get the how, they're quietly working in the background, shaping our experiences.
Absolutely.
Okay, so he kicks off with linear regression, calls it the fortune teller of numbers.
Yeah, predicting everything.
Right, from like house prices to how many tacos people are going to eat.
I love that example. It makes it so relatable.
Yeah. Then there's logistic regression, the yes or no guru, sorting our spam, filtering out credit card fraud.
Keeping us safe.
Exactly. Okay, then it gets even cooler. Decision trees and random forests. He compares them to a game of 20 questions with your data.
Oh, yeah, I like that part.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like the algorithm is asking questions to figure things out.
And it can get pretty sophisticated, like diagnosing diseases or even forecasting the stock market.
It's mind-blowing. Then there are support vector machines. He calls those the data bouncers.
Haha, I love that name.
Right, they're like drawing boundaries, making classifications, deciding who gets in and who stays out.
And then you've got k-means clustering, grouping similar things together, like the party planner of data.
I can see that.
And of course, you can't forget neural networks, the brain impersonators.
They're the ones behind Siri and self-driving cars, right?
Yep, pretty much any AI that seems really smart.
It's wild. So we've got all these different algorithms, each with its own way of thinking.
And they're all working together, shaping the world around us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so before we go too deep into the algorithm rabbit hole,
Yeah, good idea.
let's take a step back and talk about what machine learning actually have.
Sounds good.
Shailendra explains it as a subset of AI where systems learn from experience without someone programming every single step.
It's like they're figuring things out on their own.
Right. And he breaks it down into 4 key parts: data algorithms, training, and prediction.
Makes sense.
And the cool thing is, we're already seeing this in our everyday lives.
Oh, absolutely.
Like how Netflix suggests shows you might like, or how your phone predicts what you're going to type.
Yeah, that's machine learning in action.
It's like magic. But it's really data algorithms and a whole lot of training.
And it's not just about entertainment or convenience either.
Right. Machine learning is having a huge impact on different industries, too.
Oh, absolutely. Shailendra talks about Dr. Andrew Ng, a pioneer in the field. And Dr. Ng says machine learning is like the new electricity. It's got that kind of transformative potential.
Wow, that's a powerful statement.
It is, and we're already seeing it happen. Like Shailendra mentions this retail giant. They saved $15 million every year just by using machine learning to manage their inventory better.
$15 million. That's incredible.
It is, and it's not just retail. It's impacting healthcare, too. There's this system that can detect early-stage lung cancer with 95% accuracy.
Wow. That's potentially life-saving.
Exactly. And it goes beyond retail and healthcare, too. We're seeing it being used in finance to detect fraud and in manufacturing to optimize production.
So basically, it's everywhere.
Pretty much. It's transforming everything.
Okay. So machine learning is powerful. It's impacting tons of industries. But what about us?
What do you mean?
Like, can anyone learn this stuff? Or is it just for tech geniuses?
That's a great question. And it's something Shailendra addresses in his Medium article. He actually talks about how he initially felt confused and even intimidated by machine learning. Yeah, he felt like it was this exclusive club for data scientists and programmers.
I can relate to that.
Right. But what's important is he realized that machine learning isn't this impenetrable black box. It's a tool that anyone can understand with a little effort and the right resources.
So it's not just for the super techie people.
Nope, not at all. And Shailendra actually encourages people to explore those online resources in his YouTube video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he says, the world of machine learning is open to anyone who's willing to learn.
I love that. So it's all about taking that first step.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got these amazing algorithms, tons of potential applications, and even the ability for anyone to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
But where do we go from here?
That's where things get really interesting, and that's what we're going to dive into next.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Me too.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back after the break.
Okay, so we're back, and we're diving deeper into the world of machine learning. Now, before we get too carried away with all the amazing things it can do,
Right.
we need to talk about something super important.
Yeah.
Data.
Yes, the fuel that powers the machine learning engine.
Exactly. Shailendra makes this really great analogy in his blog. He compares data to ingredients.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
He says, the better the ingredients, the tastier the dish. It's so simple, but so true.
It is. Even with the most sophisticated algorithms, if you're feeding them bad data, you're not going to get good results.
It's like trying to bake a cake with spoiled milk.
Right, exactly. No matter how good your recipe is, the quality of your ingredients matters. And that's why Shailendra stresses the importance of focusing on gathering high-quality data. In his book, Making Money Out of Data, he actually dedicates a whole chapter to this.
Oh, wow. So he really dives deep into it.
He does. He provides practical tips and strategies for businesses to improve their data collection, cleaning, and management processes.
That's super valuable, especially for businesses that are just starting to explore machine learning.
Absolutely. Okay, but even with good data, there's still this perception that machine learning is really complex and intimidating.
Yeah, I can see that, especially if you're not a tech expert. You can feel like you need a PhD to even understand the basics.
Right. Well, Shailendra actually addresses this in his Medium article. He talks about how he initially felt confused and intimidated by machine learning, too.
Really?
Yeah, he felt like it was this exclusive club for data scientists and programmers.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
They do. But what's important is that Shailendra realized that machine learning isn't this impenetrable black box that many perceive it to be. He emphasizes that it's a tool that anyone can understand with a little effort and the right resources.
So it's not about being a genius. It's about being willing to learn.
Exactly. And Shailendra actually walked the walk. He talks about attending workshops and webinars to deepen his understanding. He even enrolled in online courses.
So you put in the work.
He did. And it shows that you don't need a fancy degree or years of experience to grasp the fundamentals of machine learning.
That's inspiring.
Yeah.
It means anyone can do this.
Absolutely. And Shailendra actually encourages viewers to explore those online resources in his YouTube video.
He does.
He does. He says the world of machine learning is open to anyone who's willing to learn.
I love that. So it's all about taking that first step and finding resources that work for you.
Exactly. Okay, but let's shift gears a bit here.
All right, very good.
Let's talk about the people behind these advancements, the leaders who are shaping the field of machine learning.
Sounds fascinating.
It is. So in his blog, Shailendra mentions several leaders. One standout example is Demis Hassabis.
Okay, I've heard that name before.
He's the co-founder and CEO of DeepMind, the company behind AlphaFold, which made groundbreaking progress in protein folding prediction.
Oh, wow. Protein folding. That's incredibly complex.
It is, and being able to predict it accurately has huge implications for drug discovery and disease research.
It's amazing how machine learning is being used to tackle such challenging scientific problems.
It really is. And what's even more remarkable is that Demis Hassabis didn't start out as a computer scientist. He actually has a background in cognitive neuroscience and game design.
So he brings a totally different perspective.
He does. He combines his knowledge of the human brain with the power of machine learning.
That's a great example of how diverse backgrounds can contribute to innovation.
Absolutely. And Shailendra also talks about Fei-Fei Li, a professor at Stanford and a leading figure in computer vision.
Okay, I know her work. She's incredible.
She is. Her work on ImageNet, a massive data set of labeled images, was instrumental in the advancement of image recognition algorithms.
It's amazing how these individuals are pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And their stories are a reminder that innovation often comes from unexpected places and from people who are willing to challenge conventional thinking.
So it's not just about being brilliant. It's about thinking differently.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, but let's bring it back to our listeners here.
Yeah, let's make it practical. What can they do with this knowledge?
Well, the first step is to cultivate curiosity. Don't be afraid to ask questions, dive into online resources, or experiment with simple machine learning tools.
Shailendra actually recommends starting with small, manageable projects.
Oh yeah, like building a simple spam filter or a program that can recognize different types of flowers.
Those are great starting points.
They are. The key is to start small. Learn by doing, and gradually build your understanding.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Right, absolutely. In his Medium article, Shailendra talks about how he embraced failure as a learning opportunity.
He did.
He did. He says, every time I stumbled, I learned something new. It's all part of the process.
I love that mindset. It's so important for any learning journey, not just machine learning.
It is. So embrace your curiosity, start small, and don't be afraid to fail.
And who knows? You might just discover a passion for machine learning and unlock its incredible potential in your own life or work. I can't wait. Let's do it. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. The power of machine learning, the algorithms, the importance of data, the amazing people shaping the field. But what about the future? What's next for machine learning?
The future is, it's exciting. There are so many trends on the horizon. One that's really interesting is explainable AI, or XAI.
XAI.
Yeah, it's all about making those complex machine learning models more transparent so we can understand how they make decisions.
So instead of just trusting the output, we can actually see the logic behind it.
Exactly. And this is super important in fields like healthcare, where a doctor needs to know why an algorithm is recommending a certain treatment.
Or in finance, where a loan officer needs to explain why someone was denied a loan.
Right. It's about building trust and accountability, making sure these powerful tools are being used responsibly.
Makes sense. What other trends are we seeing?
Well, accessibility is becoming huge. Cloud-based platforms are making it easier than ever for businesses to use machine learning, even if they don't have a team of data scientists.
So machine learning is becoming more democratic.
Exactly. And there's a lot of progress in reinforcement learning, too, where algorithms learn through trial and error, just like humans.
So it's like teaching a computer to ride a bike.
Kinda. You let it fall a few times, but eventually it figures it out.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so with all this progress, all these advancements, it's important to remember that technology is a tool.
Right, absolutely. It can be used for good or for bad.
And Shailendra really emphasizes the ethical and responsible use of machine learning.
He does. He reminds us that with great power comes great responsibility.
Like Spider-Man.
Exactly. As machine learning becomes more integrated into our lives, we need to have those tough conversations about its implications and make sure it aligns with our values as a society.
So what can our listeners do to prepare for this future shaped by machine learning? What's the one thing you want them to take away from this deep dive?
I think the most important thing is to embrace a mindset of continuous learning. Machine learning is constantly evolving, so staying curious and informed is key.
And luckily, there are tons of resources out there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely Shailendra's book and YouTube channel are great places to start. There are also online courses and communities where you can connect with other people who are learning about machine learning.
It's like we've opened a door to this vast and exciting world.
Yeah.
And it's up to each of us to step through and explore.
Exactly. You might learn a new skill, explore a new career path, or just become a more informed citizen in this increasingly digital age.
So much potential.
There really is. And remember, machine learning isn't just for the tech experts. It's for anyone who's willing to learn.
So true. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, let's leave our listeners with a final thought from Shailendra Kumar. He says, data is the new oil. But like oil, it needs to be refined to extract its true value. Machine learning is the refinery.
What a great quote. It really captures the essence of what we've been talking about.
It does.
Yeah.
So as you go about your day, think about how machine learning is already shaping your world. And consider how you can use this powerful technology to create positive change.
That's what it's all about.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of machine learning. We hope you learned something new and maybe even got a little bit inspired. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep questioning the world around you.
See you next time.